1, 2, 3. Tag me in podcast. How did I do this?
Yeah.
Pain. So when I got to the top, that was when the realization came. I was like, all that hard work. It's like and it really just kind of puts into perspective because I was like, this is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It was the clouds. Evergreen Podcast, back again with another episode and a very special guest. I am Ola.
I'm Anton, and we've got a guest, and this is Pete.
I'm Pete.
Yes, Pete.
So, I'll introduce myself.
Yes, please. Yes,
Let's do
please.
it.
So Pete, who are you?
I'm Pete, the photographer. So just a bit of background on myself. I work as a full-time doing sort of website development. So I'm in an office 9 to 5. So my escape, I guess, is my photography.
Yeah.
And getting in the outdoors.
How long have you been doing that for?
So probably about 5 years.
Wow.
Like doing the photography. I think each year, more and more I've done it, I've kind of increased it. I've done more with it.
Yeah. So how did you start off? Was you just like, I want to go outside and take photos, and then just went out with like a
Yeah.
mobile phone? Yeah.
Pretty much. I started off with pretty much no kit. You know what I mean? And I was just taking everything and anything.
Yeah.
To the point where it just didn't. I didn't even post it.
Really?
It had no meaning. So.
What sort of led you to go into it in the first place? Was it you just?
I don't know. There was like, I think to begin with it was just photography. I think my uncle got me into it. He's pretty much a pro photographer, and so I kind of had that. He got me into it that way, and now I just kind of found my own path, and I've now led it to more of my personal development. So I've kind of, as I've done more photography, it's actually grown me as a person and being in the outdoors, which is what we're.
So I guess it kind of brings your passion in line with yourself, and it kind of builds your core, and now you're saying your passion's kind of fueled you and made you a greater person for it.
Exactly, yeah.
You're focused on it every single day, I guess. Pretty
much. Like, today, for example, I was looking at the sky and, I was watching the sunset. You know what I mean? And I think, kind of when you're in the outdoors, you kind of look up.
Yeah.
And I think as an analogy, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's relevant. Like instead of just, looking straight ahead or looking down or whatever, you're kind of looking up, you know what I mean? Taking note of the sky.
Just up and forward.
Yeah, and you kind of, and then that kind of brings you back to appreciating it. You know what I mean? You're just like, that was a cool sunset. There's part of me that's like, why wasn't I out there shooting that?
Yeah.
Because tonight was pretty epic. Oh, when I was coming here, I looked and I thought, this is
you should have just stopped and got
and I would just be like, right, I'm cancelling the podcast.
How do you know when you've got like a good shot or the right shot? Does it just feel right, or is it just you just?
I think I've kind of planned for it beforehand.
Okay.
So and it's kind of what I wanted. You know what I mean? I go there before normally, before I actually do the sunrise sunset.
So there's basically preparation.
Yeah. There's a lot of preparation to photography, and I think the satisfaction of once you've got the shot, it's quite big.
That's quite interesting because I would have thought it would have just been go out, see something, you're like, ooh, good picture. It's a bit of like mind prep and okay, is this going to look good? Got to wait for the lighting to be right. And
Oh. And so for example, recently I did one of my most recent shots, which was in the Elan Valley, which is sort of middle Wales. I actually did a wild camp there 3 weeks ago, and.
So when you say wild camp, you mean literally
it's
with your tent?
I mean, it's not like Bear Grylls. I'm not like sleeping in a camel or whatever like that. You know what I mean?
That's so extreme.
That's a bit extreme, but I'm kind of it's a bit more out of the way. It's you know what I mean. It's your 360 degree view is you know what I mean nature, which is nice. That's a really cool feeling. And so I went there. I did a wild camp, and it's about a 6 mile hike to get there to the kind of location. I mean. You know what I mean? You'd probably make it easier, but it took me 6 miles to get there. I pitched my tent, and I was purposely there for the sunset.
Yeah.
And to kind of check out the shot and see what I wanted to get. The sun was non-existent.
Oh,
it was cloudy, which is kind of like a big part of photography. Is when it's cloudy, you kind of get that diminishing moment.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm not going to get it today.
I'm
not going to get it today. Exactly, and that's a big thing. But then I guess again, this is kind of how it's made me appreciate the outdoors is that although I may have not got what I wanted, I'm still like, I'm in the outdoors.
Yeah.
I like
it. If it's not chucking it down with rain, you can just sit there and just appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm trying to take away from it now.
So that's our topic today.
Yeah.
It's appreciation of beauty of the nature, the wonderful world. And
exactly.
Being outdoors, loving
being in the outdoors, yeah.
Taking that time out really, isn't it?
It is.
You got your 9 to 5. And I guess you look forward to the weekends just to get out.
I mean, I enjoy what I do. Don't get me wrong, but I love the outdoors.
Yeah,
it definitely. You're like you say, it gives me that escape.
Yeah. You know? What about you, Ola?
It was a weird one for me because so like, do you know about Lake District?
Oh yeah,
mate.
He knows it all. He's going to tell us stuff.
So like where I work, they usually do sort of like these charity races, Lake District, wherever, for sort of charities.
Yeah.
So there was one last year, and I was encouraged to get involved, and I was a bit like, I don't know. I'm a bit of a city boy, I'd say. Indoors, nice and warm, blanket. That's me. So the thought of just kind of being outdoors.
I'm quite happy with that as well.
I was just like, I wasn't too sure, but I was like, I'll give it a crack.
Yeah.
So up to Lake District. So first I'm like, this is just nasty.
Yeah.
It's wet. Wow. Yeah, it's just wet. It's muddy. I'm like, what is this? Where's the heater? What is going on here?
You're the type that would like glamping.
I've looked into that. So cool. Climbing up a mountain.
Yeah.
First 20 minutes, it's absolute hell.
Yeah.
I can barely breathe. I'm at the back. I'm sweating. I'm like, why? I'm regretting why I'm doing it.
Yes.
But then we literally get to one of the peaks, or the first peaks. It was a 3 peaks challenge.
Oh,
get to the
nice
first peak, and then I just had this weird moment where I could hear like my heart beating, and I just looked around, and I can't even explain it. It was just probably one of the most scenic views, hands down, in my life. Like hands down.
Yeah.
Apart from that, and I've traveled a bit. I've been to Thailand and other places, and like I just kind of stood there, and I was just like, this is.
Did you realise that you was climbing that mountain, and was you paying attention to what was around you, or was it until that moment where your heart was like, yo?
For me, it was while I was kind of growing up. While I was growing up, it was that. And it's quite akin to sort of people in life and like their trials and tribulations. I was going up, for me, it was like, oh, this is a faff. Why did I do this?
Yeah.
Pain. Then when I got to the top, that was when the realization came. I was like, all that hard work. It's like, and it really just kind of puts it into perspective, because I was like, this is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It was the clouds, it was the
moment.
green, it was the river, it was the animals,
and
it was the people as well.
Yeah.
A lot of it was just me in my mind, like, this is life.
Epic,
And I really learned to kind of be in the moment.
Yeah.
And to just really
I think that's
appreciate
such
life.
a big thing about it.
It really is, because I don't think a lot of people get enough time to kind of get out there and really just breathe and just think.
Disconnect.
And just, precisely. That's perfect description. Disconnect. Away from social media, no signal, no nothing, just you and nature.
Yeah.
The way it should be. Real life.
That's naturally what we would be doing.
Precisely. In the city, there's pollution. There's just this whole kind of rat race environment of just, you got to go, get the money, this and that. And then being out there, it's just as if everything had just paused and just time out and just, this is nice. And then I think it was from that point on that I really actually started to enjoy it. Then we kind of got on the bikes, and again, absolutely scenic, beautiful view of the river, just bombing it down. The sun is setting. I'm like, this is just imagine, like the wind is in your face. I'm like, this honestly, like, it was absolutely amazing. Definitely amazing. So me and my mates have kind of like spoken about probably going back again. And just kind of just doing a little session there. Honestly, I definitely like recommend it to anyone. But you can obviously probably,
I mean, again, I've had sort of a similar situation. So back in December, it was really, wild camping was one thing I've always wanted to get into, which is, being in the outdoors. But I never really did it independently. So I decided on Boxing Day, actually. So I just got a new sleeping bag at that time. So it was, nice and warm. So I got to make the most of it. But at the same time, that was kind of a scary moment, because the thought of actually going out on my own, staying on top of a mountain with nobody else around, cut off completely. Like, what happens if something goes wrong? I was actually generally quite worried.
Did you feel sort of out of your comfort zone, would you say?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. There was a time where when I got there, I mean, I actually went with my dog. So that helped me a little bit. Yeah, she helped me. And she's a big German Shepherd, so she helps me out with that.
Proper dog.
So we're obviously walking up, and without a doubt in the back of my mind, I'm like, why am I doing this? You know what I mean? There was definitely a question of like complete doubt. And there was times where I'm just like, I'm just going to turn back. You know what I mean? There was generally that feeling of,
what would you say kind of kept you going?
Just in the back of my mind, like,
I'm here now.
I'm here. Just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why am I worried?
Yeah.
That's the same thing of like actually leading up to the moment. Like, why am I worried? You just need to do it.
Just all those little thoughts in your head.
It is.
You think the worst case scenario, don't you? I'm up there by myself. What could happen? No cell signal.
What if this crazy guy comes out of nowhere and kills me in the night? You know what I mean? Would never happen. Would never happen. But it's those stupid things in the back of your head. You're like, well, what if?
That's the thing. And in hindsight, you always realise
How stupid is that?
Yeah, it never happens.
How stupid is that? I mean, that was a bit overkill, but overestimated. But you know what I mean? There's things like that where you just in the back.
So I guess when you overcame that, how did you feel?
Amazing, because I went there for the sunrise. I had a shot in my mind. Again, landscape photography. You know, I'm there to get a shot, and be sort of there. And so I woke up the next morning, beautiful sunrise. You know what I mean? Just like I couldn't have asked for a better sunrise. It was completely frosty. I mean, in the night it was -4. Whoa. So it was very cold. Yeah. I'm glad I got I'm glad I got that new sleeping bag. So I got up the next morning and the sunrise was perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better sunrise. And like that moment of just capturing the picture, seeing the sun come up in where I wanted it to be, the composition coming together, and just getting the shot. And literally when I got it, I just sat there and thought, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, just that appreciation, just like, I kind of feel like I've grown.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. That was definitely a good moment.
I've resonated with both your stories because I used to do DOV, like Troop in Edinburgh.
I was going to do that.
You never did it?
I never did it.
I did it because I just knew it would look good on my CV.
Yeah, no, it's fair play.
But it's also a nice time to be outdoors, and it was amazing because I learned some skills like navigating, using the map and stuff like that, and doing a long walking up and walking. I think it was in Peak District.
Yeah,
and it was just truly amazing, and that's when I kind of connected with nature. Not like I'm out here in nature, but even the aspect of traveling. Sometimes you just forget where you are.
Yeah.
You lose concept of time. Yeah. And I climbed up the Great Wall of China, and it was tough. You're like, I'm tired. Why am I doing this? We've got to the peak, and it was just like, wow, this is truly amazing. And that's why I asked you, like, when you was climbing, was you paying attention to what was going on around you? Was you taking that moment of like looking like, I've come pretty far. Oh wow, there's still a lot to go, but this is beautiful from that down here.
Yeah.
Because like when you do make it to the top, it's like, wow,
it's amazing.
You see how worthwhile it was.
That's part of being in the outdoors.
Because I did it in Martinique as well, where it's in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And we reached the top and it was raining. It was the worst weather ever. My friend hates me for it. It was like...
By the Caribbean?
Yeah, it was downpour. It was just...
Oh, no.
Like when we was coming down, there was like a stream.
Yeah.
And like it was so dangerous, but I still just remember going up and trekking up. And it's like, this is beautiful. And just, I don't know, just tying into nature.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. Just taking that time out.
Being out in it,
and appreciating it. Even down in places like Cornwall.
I think
that's the thing.
anywhere,
it could just be like down the road.
Exactly.
That's one thing I love about Bristol. Yeah. It's literally down the road.
Exactly.
Turn a corner, countryside. Just be at one with nature.
Exactly.
I just absolutely love that about it.
I mean,
it's right there, so accessible.
Exactly, like Brecon Beacons.
I haven't
that
been
is
there.
my favourite
I've been
place.
meaning to go there.
My favourite place.
I want to see the star set, like star glazing or star set.
Oh, perfect place for it.
Star set. I want to see the stars in the sky. But sunset as well. But yeah, I've heard it's amazing out there.
Oh, it's truly stunning. Like, again, actually same night. It was crystal clear night.
In fact, I've seen the photos.
Yeah.
It was like low light pollution and all that.
No night pollution. Like
what light?
What light exactly? Like it's just pitch black. And as soon as you look up, you just feel like you're in space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it is really cool.
Yeah.
And things like that, just, taking the time out just to go out at night. You know what I mean? Again, not many people think, like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why? Why would you just want to go out in the cold?
It's cold, man. I can't do that.
Where's my blanket?
Where's my blanket?
And I think, just, getting out there and just looking up and going, wow. Like again, meteor shower. So I think it's called the Perseid meteor shower. And we did, you know what I mean? It was the peak night we went, and we had crystal clear skies. Again, we're Brecon Beacons because that's where I live. Pretty much from the outdoors, that's where I go.
Place.
That's my favourite place, without doubt. Yeah.
Have you seen the shooting star? Oh no,
I have not. No.
Oh.
Again, okay,
Really?
this
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
it is stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you go like, what?
It's got It's like make a wish. Oh,
yeah. But that was like 10 an hour sort of thing. You just look up, you just see like, more than that. Sorry, loads of them. Just that you look up and you might wait a couple of minutes, but you just keep seeing them.
Was that last month?
Yes, and I've also done one which was actually the best one. And then I've also done another one in April.
Because I came home and I tried looking at the window there, and
it won't work. No.
You didn't give me a call. You didn't say, Anton, come out.
I'm sorry, man. We got to do it. I didn't have a camera.
I wasn't part of the photographer club. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. But sunset as well is like a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being in Ibiza out of all places and just sitting on the beach for like 3 hours just watching the sunset and just reflecting on life. Yeah. But just going, you know what? Life is great. And it's got clear crystal blue water.
And the water, And the water light.
It's just, I find it crazy that not everyone does this, or not as many people are doing this that should be doing this.
They do it when they go on holiday, maybe.
Like, it needs to be done more often. Like,
it does. I think I like I try and do it at least once a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least. That's the very...
I wish I could say I've done it that often.
No, I haven't.
Well, honestly, it's just one of those things. Like, I always try and plan something new and try and get up somewhere new, see somewhere new. I think that's the key thing, is seeing something different as well.
So it's always a new place for you, I suppose.
Exactly. I'm always finding new places to go to get a shot. It doesn't have to be very far, and I think that's really important. It's just seeing something different.
In the UK as well.
Yeah.
Because you went up to Scotland recently.
Yeah. Oh God, Scotland's crazy. That was the first time for me. That was, I literally, it's such a beautiful country, and I wish I could go there more often. Obviously, it's a 7-hour drive, so it's not happening every time. But.
So I guess, can you recommend 5 places in the UK?
5. Well, I mean, without a doubt, if I based it from Bristol, I would just say the Brecon Beacons.
Yeah, just one.
Just the one. That's all
you need.
Like, literally, it's got everything there.
Yeah.
Like, anything that you want to do. So waterfalls, I think that's the best place. If you want to meditate somewhere, you don't want to just sit there.
Oh my days!
Like nobody else around you, and just
let's go now.
Let's go. Like the crashing of the water. Like, and there's some massive waterfalls there. They're truly spectacular, and there's some of them where there's just nobody there. You know what I mean? If you pick a good time of the day.
Do you know what? Niagara Falls. I know it's not the UK, but when you feel the mist kind of spray on your face, it's like breathtaking. It's like, and it's just like,
this is nature.
It's so cleansing. And I remember the story behind it because I went traveling around America when I just finished university.
Yeah.
And I got my results, and I got a 2-1, and I was aiming for a first, and I was stressed out. And I remember sitting in like America, Niagara Falls, and I had like tears just coming down my face. I was so upset with myself, but I was at Niagara Falls. As soon as I felt that mist on my face, I was like, what am I complaining about?
This is cool stuff.
Oh, man, I love that place. Oh my days, sorry. I always have these moments. Always have these moments.
Looking back, and I think that's again the same thing as you look back on your memories and how it triggers your appreciation for things.
Yeah, and that's why you take photos.
And exactly, there's another way I take photos.
So like, you must have like a never-ending collection of photos.
I'm always taking photos. Yeah.
Have you got a favorite photo?
Oh, that's a hard one. I think the one where I took it like again in December. I think that was a big defining moment for me in terms of really taking myself to the next level.
Yeah.
I think that picture,
sort of thing.
that personal sort of attachment to it, and I think that was. When I look back at the picture, and I just remember the sun coming up, you know what I mean? The other moments I had during this, doing it, planning for it, you know what I mean? I think, that's, it may not be the best picture in the world. Like when I look back, I think, there's some picture I've done better with.
Yeah.
But it's just that, the story behind it.
You've got a connection to it.
I've got the connection.
Present in the moment.
Yeah. So again, like, with Niagara Falls, the mist. Got the picture,
it's got a story behind it.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of my memories do have a story behind it.
Yeah.
Like those images. Like, I went on a meditation retreat, and I remember just feeling like a child, like just looking at grass and trees and going, what type of tree is that? What type of flower is that? Oh my gosh, there's rabbits. And I was like, when did I lose this element of like connecting with nature?
Just asking questions and just looking.
Yeah, that curiosity. Because when you're a kid, you're like, that's a sunflower, that's a butter. Those butterflowers. What are they called? Butterkiss? Oh, buttercups. Dandelions.
Dandelions, all those things.
And you know all that stuff. But when you get older, you're like, man, and you just try and live life. But I actually took the moment just to go, you know what? This is pretty nice.
Is this where you start making your daisy chains?
Yeah, I didn't go that far. I started skipping around. But it was interesting because I did, the character survey, via survey where they kind of rank your characteristics.
So is it the 20 traits?
Yeah, 20 traits, personality traits, I think. And appreciation of beauty or appreciation of nature was like really low.
Yeah.
Like the previous year. This is like 3 years ago, and it was like probably 18.
Right.
And I did it the year later, and it was like 4.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, that transition. And I guess it's kind of had an impact on my life now, because I can take that time out, even if I'm driving in my car. Like you, when you saw the sunset, you're like, that's nice.
Yeah.
Today's a nice day.
It is a nice day. And you look at things differently.
Yeah, for sure.
So you think that gap from 18 to 4 kind of came from you just kind of taking account and just being like, yes.
Being present, gratitude, appreciation, all wrapped into one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's such a key thing.
Yeah.
And I think, I guess going slightly differently with the question. So, obviously with your recent one with Joy. And the travel experiences.
Yeah.
Obviously you take a lot of time to do that, and you get the same satisfaction, going out there on your own, and it's amazing to do it.
Yeah. I can imagine you could learn so much.
But at the same time, with like the outdoors and kind of just taking one day to do it, you get some immense satisfaction from that. You don't need to have lots of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, again, like the story of, me going out there in December when it was freezing cold and getting the shot that I wanted. That was just one night. That was a Saturday night.
That's interesting, because you hear people, when they go traveling and they've gone for 3-6 months, they talk about the growth that happened with it.
Yeah.
But you're kind of right, because if you do kind of commit yourself to maybe 2 days or maybe a weekend going somewhere different, you can almost get the same level of growth.
Yeah, you can. I think just, you get that appreciation. You know what I mean? You get the self-confidence, you build your confidence.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. That's massive amounts what I got from it. You know what I mean? It's just, I feel so much more confident.
I want to try some of this wild camping now.
You should, honestly. It's one of those things that I think a lot of people should do. I think now is more important because
it's cold. No. Can't do it. You should have told us in summer.
You need to get your electric blanket. If you get like a power supply, you might be able to get it going.
But you're saying now is better.
Yeah, and I think now it's even more important because you're constantly social media. You're constantly busy doing things. You know what I mean? And I just think wild camping is just you have no signal.
Yeah.
The ping no longer.
No notifications.
No notifications.
It just saps your attention, doesn't it?
It does, and you're just out there. You're more looking forward to where am I going to sleep tonight? It's something so basic that you don't think about it at all.
Yeah.
And that's that really gratifying thing that when you find a place to sleep, you're like, I found my place. I've got my little home here.
Yeah.
It's for one night.
There's a sort of thing where you sort of take like the bed for granted, the hot water,
exactly,
like tea,
the warm sleeping
the
bag,
fridge. Whereas like when you're out there, it's like you have to be present.
You have to plan it as well.
You have to. Where am I going to sleep? How am I going to eat? How am I going to drink?
And to begin with, it's a stressful thing.
Yeah.
But once you're out there doing it, it just goes because it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's not. I think wild camping isn't a hard thing. It's just mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like a lot of things. Like you were going like bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Things like that. You know what I mean?
Overcome
that is big. But once you've done it, it's like, well,
that was great.
That was great, and you look back on it I've just grown.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm really tempted now. Just
get in the car, just head off.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm calling sick tomorrow. I'm not coming in. Forget it. I'm just going to be out there in the wilderness. But there's an article that I read probably like 3 months ago, and they say because a lot of people struggle to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's all because we've got all these white lights and all these from our phones and everything like that. It kind of messes up with your sleeping pattern. And they're saying like the best way to reset your sleeping pattern is literally to go out into like the wilderness, go camping for a weekend, and your body will naturally kind of adjust to the normal light, sunset, sunrise. And once you've done that, you kind of adjust your life back to a normal sleeping pattern.
Yeah.
And I can understand it because when you're constantly getting notifications, like even if I'm trying to go to bed at like 10 o'clock, my phone will go off and
yes.
Like, so
what's this? What's happening?
And then your eyes adjust and everything like that. So I think every now and again, taking yourself away from all that is really good to yourself. It's like for your health.
Yeah.
Oh man, I like this episode.
It is.
Bye guys, Anton's off travelling. I think we need to do that. Like
we should podcast wild camping style.
We can just like have it on like the Instagram story and people can follow us. That'd be awesome.
Do a bit of hiking.
Yeah.
Oh man,
this is what we've got to do.
Well, it's time to tag you out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's tag you out.
Yeah.
Good having you.
That's really good.
Tag Me in Podcasts. Ola, where can they find us?
They can find us on Instagram, Twitter.
But wait, where can they find Pete?
Oh yeah.
So I'm actually starting a new blog. So Yeah, so when I do a lot of my hiking photography, I do quite long hikes, and I kind of want to talk about my experiences with that.
Yeah.
And I don't have a place for that, so that'll be my blog, and also I talk about all other things, and how I captured the shot that I got.
Yeah.
So I've created a blog. It's called Boots, Paws, and a Nikon.
Oh wow!
So it's a bit of a weird name.
How did that come about?
You know what? My friend came up with it. We were chatting about it, and I give him full credit. He came up with an amazing idea.
It sounds like a TV series.
It does. I'll give him full credit to it because it's a fantastic idea. I was looking for something that kind of encompassed everything that I do.
Yeah, it does.
So hiking, boots, Paul's my dog because she always comes with me.
Yeah.
And photography, my Nikon. Man. So
trademark.
Copyright. So I'm kind of starting that and see how it goes.
Awesome. Where can they find your photos now?
So they can go to facebook.com and then go /photography UK.
Yeah.
So
we'll get that sorted.
Yeah. So cool stuff.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Now we can add our piece. Tag me in podcasts. Where can they find us?
They can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Go out and check us out.
And go outdoors as well.
Yeah. Brilliant.